Well, welcome back. Making a rainfall forecast compared to a snowfall forecast is actually not too different. For both, you need to know how much liquid water is falling from the clouds. The challenge, of course, is knowing the role of temperature.
Absolutely. When it comes to snow, temperatures determine a lot. Not just if the snow will melt at the ground, but how efficient a storm can be at producing that snow. Eric Finkenbinder explains.
One of the most critical elements in forecasting snowfall is the actual snowflake. Does it have high moisture content, which is a heavy, wet snow that tends to compact and have very dense type of an accumulation? Or is it sort of like a powdery, fluffy snowfall with very low moisture content that tends to accumulate very quickly? We have to look at the temperature profile of the atmosphere and the amount of moisture in the air. Now, weather balloons collect raw data daily, which is ingested into forecast models. Model guidance helps us to predict how much moisture is in the atmosphere, and on average, 1 inch of liquid is equivalent to 10 inches of snow. So for every 1/10 of an inch of water, we can see about 1 inch of snow on the ground.
So heavy bands could clip.
Now, if our forecasts are off just by 3/10 of an inch of liquid, that's a difference of 3 inches of snow. Now, what's making this really accumulate quick? It's a powdery type of snowfall. Now, if the temperature profile is very cold and we have Arctic air in place, the snow-to-water ratio is even greater, meaning 1 inch of liquid can equal 15 to even 20 inches of a very powdery light snow. And that's just one of the many elements we have to consider when making snowfall forecasts. From Beyond the Forecast, I'm Eric Finkenbinder.
Thanks, Eric. Well, it truly is amazing that we can predict snow as well as we can based on how big of a difference that temperatures can make.
Yeah, you really want a deep layer of cold air for a good snowstorm, a classic storm. And that's exactly why we had such an efficient snowmaker last weekend. Deep cold air interacted with coastal moisture for our historic storm. Some areas over 30 inches of snow.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
All right, so now we shift our attention to longer range forecasting. How do we know if a storm is possible a week down the road?
Now, Dan is back next to tell us how math and science come together to make winter forecasts.